fashion. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. The Saudi Arabia say that they will sell off hundreds of billions of dollars worth of American assets held by the kingdom if Congress passes a bill that would allow the Saudis to held responsible for September 11 attacks. And I was wondering what's the State Department's position on that?
Well, look, I think the Secretary has already spoken to our concern about this particular legislation and the possible precedent that it could open up. So I would, and we can get you his comments that he's made in congressional testimony about this. So I'd point you to that. As for the position of the Saudi government about this pending legislation, I'd refer you to Saudi authorities to speak to their reaction to it. What I can tell you is we have already made clear, the Secretary in testimony, our concerns about the possible precedent and potential harm that it could have to our own interests overseas in many countries. And again, we'd point you to that. And then lastly, I just say Saudi Arabia continues to be a very close partner on so many issues. And they were instrumental in getting the opposition together in Riyadh back in December and to helping us get this whole political process started. We partner with them against terrorism elsewhere in the region. And they contribute to the coalition against Daesh in Iraq. So it doesn't mean that we're always going to see eye to eye with the Saudis on every issue, but on the issues of terrorism, there is much work to be done and much collaboration that has occurred and will continue to occur. Now just broadly speaking, because I know this also gets at the issue of those who suffered and continue to suffer from the losses on 9/11, nothing's changed about our commitment to them, to the grieving process that we know they're still going through, and to doing everything we can as a government to help them. Okay?
Would you agree that the tensions between the United States and Saudi Arabia are at an all-time high in this administration ahead of the president's upcoming visit?
I wouldn't characterize it that way.
You wouldn't?
No.
How would you characterize the relationship?
As I said, even the best of friends are going to disagree on issues. And what's healthy is that you can have a discussion and you can have a debate and you can differ over whatever the issue is. And we're not bashful about doing that. But that doesn't change the essential fact that Saudi Arabia remains a key partner as we continue to confront terrorism in the region and around the world. And we're going to continue to look for ways to improve that coordination and that cooperation.
Do you expect that the issue of this bill, the issue of the 28 pages, will overshadow or be part of the conversation, or are the U.S., is the administration anyway, and the kingdom sort of in agreement on these issues, and therefore it won't be a topic of discussion?
If you're asking me to get ahead of the GCC, I won't do that. I mean, there is a lot of issues to discuss in Riyadh. The Secretary is looking forward to going and to be and to accompanying the president. Clearly, the ongoing fight against Daesh, the need to continue to work towards a political solution in Syria, continuing to fight AQAP in places like Yemen. All those things are really important for GCC countries to discuss at the end of the week, and I have no doubt that they will. Not to mention, and certainly not to ignore, and when I was talking to Pam, the continued concerns that they have over Iran and Iran's destabilizing activities. I think there's going to be enough of a robust agenda of things to talk about. Whether this particular issue will come up, I couldn't say.
Sorry, and if this has already been asked, I apologize, but has Kerry read the 28 pages in question here?
I don't know, Justin.